Whereas Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. dedicated his life to bringing about social, political, and economic equality for all Americans by nonviolent means, and devoted his life to the struggle for justice and equality, sowing seeds of hope for a day when all people could claim, quote, the riches of freedom and the security of justice, end quote, and challenged our nation to recognize that our individual liberty relies upon our common equality. And
whereas at a time when our nation was sharply divided, Dr. King called on a generation of Americans to be voices of reason, sanity, and understanding in the midst of violence, hatred, emotion. And we must face today's challenges with the strength, persistence, and determination that he personified. And
whereas the impact of Dr. King's contributions to civil rights are witnessed daily in the United States of America and throughout the world. And
whereas downplaying the honors bestowed upon him, including the Nobel Peace Prize, Dr. King wanted most to be remembered as a servant to others. And
whereas because of his accomplishments in civil rights, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was killed by an assassin on April 4th, 1968, at the age of 39 years. And
whereas the Bastrop County MLK Jr. Holiday Commission was established in 1988 to revere, promote, and celebrate the legacy, actions, and memory of this great American leader. And
whereas the county judge and the mayors and city councils of Bastrop, Elgin, and Smithville recognized Dr. King Jr. as a distinguished leader, orator, recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize, minister, prominent leader in the struggle for human and civil rights for all people, and truly great American whose dream lives on after him and all of us. And
whereas the President and Congress of the United States of America have declared the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as a national, state, and local holiday. And
whereas the theme for the holiday is to celebrate, remember, and act on a day on, not a day off. And we are called to engage in public service and promote nonviolent social change so that Dr. King's unfinished movement toward equality can be achieved by our united, enduring efforts. And
whereas funds raised by the Martin Luther King Jr. Scholarship Committee each year help students from Bastrop County pursue higher education, and all citizens are urged to join with Bastrop High School, Smithville High School, Elgin High School, McDade High School, Cedar Creek High School, and the Colorado River Collegiate Academy in supporting the scholarship program. And
whereas Bastrop County is celebrating in 2021 through a virtual program due to COVID-19, which prevents us from gathering for the traditional walk and requires that we are socially distanced, yet still recognize that we are stronger apart when we are working together.
Now therefore, be it proclaimed by the county judge and the mayors, city councils of Bastrop, Elgin, and Smithville, that Bastrop County recognizes January 18th, 2021 as Dr. Martin Luther King Day,
Jr. Day.
And further urges all citizens to join with the Bastrop County Martin Luther King Jr. Holiday Commission in their work for universal peace with justice, human rights, and social economic progress for all people. And join area churches and nonprofit organizations and the cities of Smithville, Elgin, and Bastrop, as well as the entirety of Bastrop County, to recognize and celebrate the works of this truly remarkable American. In witness thereof, I have set my hand and seal of the seal of Bastrop County on this, the 11th day of January, 2021.
I have set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Bastrop to be affixed this 12th day of January, 2021.
I have hereto set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Smithville to be affixed this 11th day of January 2021.
I have set my hand and caused the seal of the city of Elgin to be affixed this 5th day of January, 2021.